Are you planning to sell your home? If that's you, watch this video. Are you thinking about selling your home? Is that part of your plan this year? If that's you, here are some tips I want to give you about getting your home sold at the maximum amount of dollars with the least amount of money going into it. There are some preparation steps, believe it or not, before you put your home on the market. I know, right? You mean all these houses you go to look through and they look so move-in ready? Were people actually living that way? Or did they have to put some work into it to get the house ready for showtime? You got it. The first thing you want to do is hire your competent, experienced real estate agent who has some track record and knows about the market in your area and knows about how to get the house ready to be on the market. So once you've done that, you should have your real estate agent do a walkthrough, a preliminary walkthrough with you. I do this all the time with all of my clients who are ready to sell your home. Before we do that, there's a time window where we have to prepare the house so that it would be ready at its best possible light. And my job is to consult with the sellers to get their property ready. The first thing you do is have that walkthrough with the real estate agent. Without that, there are several tips that I want to give you now that you can kind of get the process started to get your home ready. Tip number one, check for any failed plumbing, any leaks, any drainage issue that may be happening. You could tell from if there's been any leaks from, through the ceilings, any water stains that you might have noticed. I would walk through with a fresh pair of eyes and make sure that those areas get addressed. Figure out what the cause of the leak might be and make sure that you take care of it first and foremost, okay? Because that's all gonna come up during the buyer's inspection anyway. One of the causes that I've seen with the leak coming through the roof, whether the water is pushed in through the ceiling or what have you, a lot of times the reason for that is get your gutters clean. Start with getting your gutters cleaned up first. And you're gonna then be able to start with getting your gutters cleaned. You know those leaves that have been piling up in your gutters, and now when the next time it rains, the water, instead of going down the gutter drain, it's being pushed, it's being forced into the house because the gutters are clogged up. Get that cleaned up first. And it shows so much better when when people look up on your gutters and they don't see all these leaves piling up. Second tip, check for any electrical faulty issues that may be happening. Are there switches in the house that are not working? Are there switch plates that are cracked? Cosmetic stuff even. But if you have had some lights that have been tripping, or there's some wirings that don't look safe, make sure you bring in an electrician to get all that cleaned up first. Again, this is going to show up during the home inspection when your buyer has that inspection done. Third tip, this is the obvious stuff, but a lot of people still need somebody to come in and tell them. When I walk through the house, least investment that you could do in a house is get the inside painted. Now, if you've got one room purple, one room pink, one room blue, we need to neutralize that. Okay, that's the first thing that I do. Believe it or not, I've actually, I've taken over listing a property from the seller that had been on the market for 6 months and it did not sell. When I took over, one of the things that we did was we neutralized the paint color inside the house because there were a couple of rooms that were pink. We had the whole house painted the same color, and that already changed the way the house looked. I'm not saying that's the only reason that the house sold within like the first 2 weeks, but it was one of the contributing factors to help get the house to be in its move-in ready and attractive, appealing. But it's one of the reasons to get the house ready to be in its best possible light for the potential buyers to come through and say, you know what, I can totally move right in. Get the interior paint of the house done. If it hasn't been painted in like 10 years and you can see scuff marks as you walk through, look down on the baseboards and see how all of that looks. Those are some preliminary list of suggestions that I want to leave with you. I hope this has been helpful to you. This is Kasama Lee, your community realtor serving Napa and Solano counties. If you have not subscribed to my real estate channel, click subscribe and the bell notification to receive the next educational piece in real estate. Thanks for watching.